Crash of a Delta Airlines flight on a runway in Toronto is the latest in a string of dangerous and deadly aviation incidents to start the year. Karen Caifa is in Washington with a look at the trends and what passengers should know right now. Hey, Karen.
Hey there, Courtney. The image of that Delta aircraft upside down on the runway in Toronto yesterday, coupled with the devastating crash of American Airlines Flight 5342 here in D.C. just weeks ago, it's enough to shake up even the most seasoned of frequent flyers. But aviation experts say the skies are still safe. The crash landing of a Delta Airlines flight at Toronto's airport Monday has put airline safety front and center again in 2025. But aviation experts say the numbers still point to the skies being very safe.
Aviation is safe, commercial aviation, safest form of transportation, even as these incidents do, rightfully shake people up a little bit.
In its most recent safety report, the IATA, the trade association of the world's airlines, says that on average, a person would have to travel by air every day for more than 103,000 years to experience a fatal accident based on the 2023 safety numbers. Experts also say the preparedness of the people around a disaster, like those who responded to Monday's crash, makes a difference.
Everything that could go wrong went wrong, yet still 80 people survived the accident. And what that tells me is just the preparedness and the attention to safety, everything that happened to make sure that these people were safe happened.
That includes airport personnel on the ground and the flight crew on board.
They go through exhaustive scenarios to protect passengers. And I think that you can have the confidence when you step on a plane.
Aviation experts also note safety improvements that make aircraft better able to protect passengers in the event of a crash like the one in Toronto, amid an industry that strives for perfection every time.
We can never rest on our record or our laurels, right? So you take every day as another opportunity to improve, to be better.
And aviation experts are giving a lot of credit to the flight crew on board that Toronto flight. 80 people were on board that flight, and the crew was able to evacuate them in less than 90 seconds. Courtney?
And Karen, what's the latest on the investigation into that Delta Airlines crash?
Yeah, still very early into this investigation, Courtney, which is being led by the Transportation Safety Board of Canada with some help from the National Transportation Safety Board here in the U.S. because the flight did depart from Minneapolis. As for the passengers who are on board, many of whom are sharing their stories about just how harrowing it was to experience that yesterday, 21 people were taken to hospitals with injuries, Delta Airlines had said, and all but 2 had been released from the hospital as of this morning, according to the airline. There was a briefing earlier this afternoon, which included the president and CEO of the Toronto airport, who also gave credit to the airport personnel who responded to the scene. There were a lot of questions about the weather at the time of the incident, and the president and CEO of the airport acknowledged Thursday, Sunday, they got more than 20 inches of accumulated snow, a lot, but officials didn't want to go too far in terms of how much weather could have been a factor in this crash. Again, still very early in this investigation and a lot of details to come, Courtney.
All right, thanks, Karen.